out till the noon rush from the market. I ain't a sap to let Chuck kid me into working his time so's he could take the morning off. But I got sick of arguing. I says, all right, get married. What's it to me? Some party last night, huh? It was jinx from the start. But his telling about his wife croaking put the KO on it.
Yes, the birthday feast turned out to be a wake.
Him promising he'd cut out that bughouse bull about peace. And then he went on talking and talking like he couldn't stop. And the gang sneaking upstairs, leaving free booze and eats like there was poison. He's been hopping from room to room all night. He's got his reform wave going strong this morning. Did you notice him drag Jimmy out the first thing to get his laundry and his clothes pressed so he wouldn't have no excuse? And he'd give Willie the dough to buy his stuff back from Sally's. And all the rest have been brushing and shaving themselves with the shakes.
He didn't come to my room. Afraid I might ask him a few questions.
Yeah, I'd say you were scared of him.
You'd lie then.
Don't let him kid you, Rocky. He had his door locked. I couldn't get in either.
Yeah. Who do you think you're kidding, Larry? Like he says, if you were so anxious to croak, why wouldn't you hop off your fire escape long ago?
Because it'd be a coward's quitting, that's why.
He's all quitter, Rocky. He's a yellow old faker.
You lying punk.
Yeah, keep out of this shoe. Shall I give him the bum's rush, Larry? You don't want him around, nobody else don't.
I'll let him stay, I don't mind. He's nothing to me.
You're right. I have nowhere I can go now. You're the only one in the world I can turn to.
You're a soft old sap, Larry. He's a no-good louse like Hickey. He don't belong. Yeah, I'm all in. Not a wink of sleep.
Larry, I'm sorry for riding you. But you kept my goat when yaks if you didn't care a damn what happened to me. And you keep your door locked so I can't talk to you. Oh, but that was to keep Hickey out, wasn't it? I don't blame you. I'm getting more and more to hate him. More and more scared of him. Especially since he told us about his wife being dead. It's that queer feeling it gives me that I'm mixed up with him in some way. I don't know why, but it started me thinking about Mother. As if she was dead. I suppose she might as well be. I must kill her when she thinks of me. I know she doesn't want to, but she can't help it. After all, I'm her only kid. She used to spoil me. Made a pet of me. Every once in a great while. When she remembered me. As if she was trying to make up for something. As if she was feeling guilty. So I guess she must have loved me a little. Even if she never let it interfere with her freedom. You know, Larry, I once had the sneaking suspicion that if the truth were known, you were my father.
Damn fool. What put that insane idea in your head? Anyone in the Coast crowd could tell I never laid eyes on your mother after you were born.
Well, now, I'd hardly ask them, would I? I know you're right, though. Because I asked her. She brought me up to be frank and ask her anything. I was talking about how she must feel now about me. By getting through with the movement, oh, she'll never forgive me for that. It must be the final knockout if she knows that I was the one who sold out the movement.
Damn you, shut up.
It'll kill her. But Larry, I never thought that they would have caught her. You gotta believe what the only reason was. Now, I'll admit, what I told you last night, That was a lie, all that bunk about feeling patriotic and my duty to my country. But here's the true reason, the only reason, Larry. See, I got stuck on this whore. And I wanted dough. That's the only reason. That's all I did it for. Just the money, honest.
Shut up! What the hell is it to me?
What's coming off here?
Nothing. This young punk is talking my ear off. He's a worse pest than Hickey.
Oh, yeah. Hickey. Say, listen. What do you mean about him being scared you'd ask him questions? What questions? What questions?
Well, you notice he didn't tell us what his wife died of.
Oh, lay off of that. The poor guy. What are you getting at, anyway? You don't think it's just a gag of his?
No. No, I don't. Damn sure he brought death here with him. I can smell the cold touch of it upon him.
Ah, bunk. You got cooking on a brain, old cemetery. Say, what do you mean? You think she committed suicide on account of his cheating or something?
That wouldn't surprise me.
But that's crazy. Jeez, if she'd done that, you wouldn't tell us he was glad about it, would he?
You know her better than that, Larry. You know she never commits suicide. She's like you. She'll hang on to life even when there's
Now,
nothing.
what about you? But God, if you had any guts or decency.
I'd take that hop off the fire escape. You're too yellow to take, I suppose. Huh?
No.
Yeah, I suppose you'd like that.
What the hell's all this about? What do you know about Hickey's wife? How do you know she didn't...
He doesn't. Hickey's addled the little brains he's got. Shove him back to his table, Rocky. I'm sick of him.
You heard, Larry. So move quick.
Gee, Larry. That's a hell of a way to treat me after I've trusted you. And I need your help.
Jeez. If she committed suicide, you gotta feel sorry for Hickey, huh? You can understand how he'd go bughouse. And I'll be responsible for all the crazy stunts he's staging here. But how can you be sorry for him when he says he's glad she croaked? Nuts. I don't get nowhere trying to figure his game. But I know this. You better lay off of me and my stable. Jeez, Larry. What a night them two pigs give me. When the party went dead, they pinched a couple of bottles and brung it up their room. I don't get a wink of sleep, see? Just as I dropped off on that chair there, they come down looking for trouble. Or else they raise hell upstairs, laughing and singing. So that I get scared, they get the joint pinched and go up to tell them the cannon noise. And every time they call my frame with the same old argument, they'd say, "So you agree with Hickey, do you, dirty little guinea? So we're who's, are we? Well, we agree with Hickey about you, see? You're nothing but a lousy pimp." Then I slap them. But it don't do no good. They keep at it over and over. Jeez, I get the earache just thinking of it. Listen, they say, if we're who's, we got a right to have a regular pimp and not stand for no punk imitation. We're sick of wearing out our dogs, pounding the sidewalks for a double-crossing bartender when all the thanks we get is he looks down on us. Don't expect us to work tonight, 'cause we won't, see? Not if the streets were blocked with sailors. We're going on strike. Who is going on strike? Can you tie that? They'd say, we're taking a holiday. We're gonna beat it to Coney Island and shoot the chutes. And maybe we'll come back, and maybe we won't. And you can go to hell. So they put on their lids and beat it. The both of them. Stink.
Hey, Rocky. Cora wants a sherry flip for her nerves.
Sherry flip. Christ, she don't need nothing for her nerve. What she think this is, the Waldorf?
Yeah, I told her what would we use for sherry, and there wasn't no egg unless she laid one.
She says, is there a law you can't go out and buy the makings, you big tramp?
How the hell with her? She drink booze or nothing.
Oh, jeez. A guy ought to give his bride anything she wants on her wedding day, I should think. Pipe the bridegroom, Larry. All dolled up for the killing.
Oh, shut up.
1 week on that farm in Jersey, that's what I'll give you. And you'll come running in here some night yelling for a shot of booze because the crickets is after you. Oh, jeez, Chuck. That louse Hickey certainly made a prize couple of suckers out of yous.
I'd like to give him one suck in the puss. Just one. Okay, now what's he got to do with it? And we always said we was gonna, so we're gonna. See, and don't give me no arguments. He said, if only Corey cut out the beef and she don't give me a minute's rest all night. It's the same old stuff over and over.
Do I really want to marry her?
I said, sure, baby, why not? Yeah, she says, but after a week, you'll be thinking what a sap you was. You make that an excuse to go off on a periodical, and then I'll be tied for life doing no good soak. And the first thing I know, you'll have me out hustling again, your own wife. And she bust out crying, and I get sore. You're a liar, I tells her. I ain't never taken your dough except when I was drunk and not working. Yeah, she says, and how long will you stay sober now? I don't think you can kid me with that water wagon, Bull. I've heard it too often. Well, that'd make me sore, and I'd say, don't call me a liar. But I wish I was drunk right now, because if I was, you wouldn't be keeping me awake all night beefing. You open your yap, I knock the stuffings out of you. Then she yell, that's a sweet way to talk to the girl you're gonna marry. Yeesh, she got me hanging on the ropes. I'd like to get a quart of that red eye under my belt.
Well, why the hell don't you?
Sure, you'd like that, wouldn't you? I'm wise to you. You don't want to see me get married and settle down like a regular guy. You'd like me to stay paralyzed all the time so I'd be like you, a lousy pimp.
Listen, I don't take that even from you, see?
Yeah, you want to make something of it? Don't make me laugh. I can lick 10 of yous with one nit.
Not with letting you, Billy, you won't.
Hey, you rockin' Chuck, cut it out! Don't let that hickey make you crazy.
Keep out of our business,
Stay where you belong, you dirty nigger!
White sons of bitches, I'll rip your guts out!
That's it! Murder each other, you damn loons, with Hickey's blessing. Didn't I tell you he brought death with him?
All right, you. Let go of that ship. And I'll put this gat away.
Hello, little people. Never mind. Soon, you will eat hot dogs beneath the willow trees and drink free wine. The champagne was not properly iced. Goddamn liar, Dickie. Does that prove I want to be aristocrat? I love only the proletariat. I will lead them. I will be like a god to them. They will be my slaves.
I'm very drunk, no lady. I talk foolishness. I'm so drunk, Lily, old friend. Am I not? I don't know what I say.
I've never seen you so paralyzed. Now lay your head on the table and sleep it off.
Yeah. I should sleep.
I'm too crazy drunk.
You're right, Larry. Bad luck come in the door the day Hickey come. I'm an old gambling man, and I knows bad luck when I feels it. But this white man's bad luck. He can't jinx me. The bread's cut, and I done finished my job. Now do I get the drink I earned? Here's the key to my room. I ain't coming back. I'm going to my own folks where I belong. I'm sick and tired of messing around with white men. What the hell? I'm only saving you the trouble, white boy. Now you don't have to break it soon as my back's turned, so's no white man can kick about drinking from the same glass. I'm tired of loafing around with a lot of bums. I'm a gambling man. I'm gonna get in a big crap game and win me a big bankroll. And then I gets the okay to open up my old gambling house for colored men. And then maybe I comes back here sometimes to see the bums. And maybe I throws a $20 bill down on the bar and says, drink it up. And listen when they all pat me on the back and say, Joe, you sure is white. But I'll say, no, I'm black. And my door is black man's door. And you's proud to drink with me or you don't get no drink. Well, maybe I just says you can all go to hell. I don't know myself drinking with no white trash. And that ain't no pipe dream. I'll get the money for my stake today somewhere, somehow. If I have to borrow a gun and stick up some white man, I'll get it. You wait and see.
beat the nerve of that tinge. As if I wasn't dressed up, I'd go out and mop up the street with him.
Let him go. The poor old dope. Him and his gambling house. He'll be back tonight asking Harry for his room and bumming me for a ball. Then I'll be the one to smash the glass. I'll learn him his place.
Another guy all dolled up. Got your clothes from Solly's, oh, Willie. Now you could sell it back to him again tomorrow.
No, I'm through with that stuff.
You look sick, Willie. Here, take a ball. Pick you up.
No, thanks. The only way to stop is to stop. I'd have no chance if I went to the DA's office smelling of booze.
You really going there?
I said I was, didn't I? I just came back here to rest for a few minutes. I'll show that cheap drummer. I don't need to have any Dutch courage. But he's been very kind and generous staking me. You know, my legs are a bit shaky. I better sit down a while.
There's another one.
Hey, good morning, gentlemen all. And a jolly good morning it is, too. Now, eye-opener, I think not, Rocky, old chum. Not required, you know. Feel extremely fit, as a matter of fact. Can't say that I slept much, though, thanks to that interfering ass Hickey and that stupid bounder of a Boer. I've had about all I can take from that fellow. Oh, well, it's my own fault, I suppose, for allowing a brute of a Dutch farmer to become familiar. Well, it's come to a parting of the ways. A jolly good riddance. Oh, that reminds me. Here's my key. I shan't be coming back. Sorry to be leaving good old Harry and the rest of you, of course, but I simply cannot continue to live under the same roof with that fellow.
So Hickey's kidded the pants off of you, too. You think you're leaving here, huh?
Yeah, that's what he kids himself.
Yes, I'm leaving, Rocky. Not that ass Hickey has anything to do with it, but been thinking this over, you know. Time I turned over a new leaf.
He's gonna get a job. That's what he says.
What that, for Christ's sake?
Oh, anything. Not manual labor, of course. Anything that calls for a bit of brains and education. See a pal of mine at the consulate. He promised me if ever I felt an energetic fit, he'd get me a post with the Cunard. Clerk in the office. Something of that kind.
Yeah, at Limey Consulate they promise anything to get rid of him when he comes there drunk. They're scared to call the police and have him pinched because it would scandal in the papers make about Limey officer and gentleman.
I only need the post temporarily, Rocky. Means to an end, you know. Save enough for a passage, first class passage home. That's the right idea.
Ah, he's sailing back to home, sweet home. That's biggest pipe dream of all. What little brain the poor Limey has left that isn't in whiskey pickled, Hickey has made crazy.
Hickey ain't made no sucker out of you, huh? You're too foxy, huh? But I bet you think you're going out and land a job, too.
I am, yeah. For me it is easy because I put on no airs of gentleman. I'm not ashamed to work with my hands. I was a farmer before the war when bloody Limey thieves steal my country. Anyone I ask for a job can see with one look I have the great strength to do work of 10 ordinary men.
Yes, you remember, Chuck. He gave us a demonstration of his extraordinary muscles last night when he helped to move the piano.
You couldn't even hold up your corner. It was your fault the damn box almost fell over.
My hands were sweaty. Could I help that my hands slip? I could the whole weight of it lift. In old days in Transvaal, I lift loaded ox cart by the axle. So why shouldn't I get job? That longshoreman boss, Dan, he tell me anytime I like, he take me on. And Benny from the market, he promised me same.
You remember, Rocky, it was one of those rare occasions when the boar that walks like a man, spelled with a double O, by the way, was buying drinks when Dan and Ben were stoning. They'd have promised him the bloody moon.
Yeah, you big boob. Them birds was only kidding you.
That's lie. You will see. This morning I get job. I'll show that bloody limey gentleman and that liar Hickey. And I need work only little while to save money for my passage home. I need not much money because I am not ashamed to travel steerage. I don't put on first cabin airs. And I can go home to my country. When I get there, they will let me in.
There was a rumor in South Africa that a certain Boer officer, if you can call the leaders of a rabble of Dutch farmers officers, he kept advising Cronje to retreat and not stand and fight.
And I was right. He got surrounded at Paardeberg. He had to surrender.
Good strategy, no doubt. But a suspicion grew afterwards to a conviction among the Boers that the officer's caution was prompted by a desire for his personal escape. His countrymen were extremely savage about it, and his family disowned him. So I imagine there won't be any welcoming committee waiting on the dock, nor any delighted relatives making the veldt ring with their happy cries of "Welcome home, General."
All lies, you goddammit limey! I also have heard rumors of a limey officer who, after the war, lost all his money gambling when he was drunk. But they found out it was regiment money, too, he lost.
Ah, you bloody Dutch scum! Let him come! I saw them come before at Modder River, Mahersfontein, Spion, Koppe, waving their silly swords, so afraid they couldn't show how brave they was. And I killed them with mine rifle so easy. Listen to me, you Cecil. Often when I'm drunk and kidding you, I say, I'm sorry I missed you. But now, by God, I am sober, and I don't joke.
God, you can't say Hickey hasn't got the miraculous touch to raise the dead when he can start the Boer War raging again.
Well, it's time I was on my merry way. Early bird catches the job, what? Goodbye and good luck, Rocky, and the rest of you.
By God, if that limey can go, I can go.
Well, why don't you beat it?
Just been thinking. Hardly the decent thing to push off without saying goodbye to old Harry. One of the best, old Harry, and good old Jimmy. They ought to be down very soon. Oh, I'm sorry. I seem to be blocking your way out.
No, I will wait to say goodbye to Harry, too.
Jeez, can you beat them simps? Well, I forgot Cora should be throwing a fit.
That's right. Wait on her and spoil her, you poor sap.
Look here, Parrot. I'd like to have a talk with you.
About what?
About the trouble you're in. Oh, I know. You don't admit it, and you're quite right. That's my advice. Deny everything.
Say, what the hell are you accusing
Make
me
no
of?
statements whatever without consulting your attorney. Keep your mouth shut. Look, you can trust me. I'm a lawyer. And it's occurred to me that you and I ought to cooperate. Of course, I'm going to see the DA this morning about a job on his staff, but that may take time. There may not be an immediate opening. And meanwhile, it'd be a good idea for me to take a case or two on my own, just to prove that my brilliant record in law school was no flash in the pan. So why not retain me as your attorney?
You're crazy. What if I went with a lawyer?
That's right. Don't admit anything. But you can trust me. So let's not beat about the bush. You got in trouble out on the coast, huh? Now you're in hiding. Any fool can spot that.
You feel safe here, and maybe you are for a while. But remember, they get you in the end, I know, from my father's experience. Nobody could have felt safer than he did. When anybody mentioned the law to him, he nearly died laughing.
You crazy mutt. You hear that, Larry? This damn fool here thinks the cops are after me.
I wish to God they were. And so should you if you had the honor of a louse.
Oh, and you're the guy who kids himself. He's through with the movement. You're still in love with it.
You're not in trouble, Parrot? I was hoping... Never mind. No offense meant, Parrot.
That's all right, Willie. I'm not sore at you. It's that damn yellow faker that gets my goat. I think I understand, Larry. It's really Mother you still love. Isn't it? In spite of that dirty deal she gave you. But what the hell did you expect? She was never true to anyone but herself and the movement. But Larry, I can understand how you still can't help feeling. You see, because I still love her too. So you see, I couldn't have expected that they'd catch her, Larry. You gotta believe me that I only sold him out just to get a few lousy dollars to blow in a whore. Now, there's no other reason, honest.
For the love of Christ, will you leave me in peace? If you don't keep still, you'll be saying something soon that'll make you vomit your own soul like a drink of nickel rot gut that won't stay down.
No, you don't go. You gotta help me.
Set him up, Rocky. I swear I'd have no more drinks on Hickey if I died of drought, but I changed my mind. God, he owed it to me. I'd be blind to the world now if it was the Iceman of Death himself treating. What made me say that, I wonder? Oh, my God, it fits. For Death was the Iceman that Hickey called to his home.
Oh, forget the Iceman gag. The poor dame is dead. Go on and get paralyzed. I'll be glad to see one bum in his dump act natural.
Come and sit here, Mac. You're just the man I want to see. If I'm to take your case, we ought to have a talk before we leave.
There'll be no talk. You damned fool. Do you think I'd have your father's son from a lawyer? They'd take one look at you and bounce us both out on our necks. I don't need a lawyer anyway. Hell with the law. All I've got to do is see the right ones. Get them to pass the word. They will, too. They know I was framed. And once the word is passed, it's as good as done, law or no law. Here's my key, Rocky. I'd rather sleep in the gutter than spend another night under the same roof as that drummer. Son of a drummer.
Well, you birds give me a pain. It'd save you right if I wouldn't give the keys back to you tonight.
Hello, everybody. Here we go. Hickey just told us any time we beat it if we was really going. So we're showing the bastard, ain't we, honey? He's coming right down with Harry and Jimmy. Jeez. Them two look like they was going to the electric chair. Well, let's get going, honey, before he comes down.
Sure, anything you say, baby.
Yeah? Well, I say we stop at the first regular dump. And you gotta blow me to a sherry flip or 4 or 5 if I want 'em. Or all bets is off.
You gotta find one on now.
Cheapskate. Well, here, use my money then if you're so stingy. You grab it all anyways right after the ceremony. I know you. Here, you big tramp.
Keep your lousy dough. And don't show your legs off to these bums when you're gonna be married if you don't want to suck in a puss.
All right, honey. Say, why don't all you barflies come to the wedding? Well, we're going, guys. you're going deep. I said me and Chuck was going now.
Well, goodbye. Give my love to Jersey.
Well, ain't you even gonna wish his happiness, you dirty little guinea?
Sure. Here's hoping you don't murder each other before next week.
Baby, what do we care for that pimp?
Arm, Jimmy.
Here's Hickey coming. Let's get out of here.
His arm. Well, here we are. We got this far, at least. Good work, Jimmy. I told you weren't half as sick as you pretended to be. No excuse whatsoever for postponing now.
Well, kindly keep your hands to yourself. I merely mentioned I would feel more fit tomorrow. Well, it might as well be today, I suppose.
Finish it now so it'll be dead forever and you'll be free. Well, cheer up, Harry. You notice your rheumatism didn't bother you coming down the stairs, didn't you? You're the damnedest one for alibis, Governor.
I can't hear you. You're a liar. I've had rheumatism on and off for 20 years. Ever since Bessie died.
Yes, we all know it's the kind of rheumatism you turn on and off. We're on to you, you old faker.
But geez, what are all you bums hanging around staring at me for? Why don't you get the hell out of here and tend to your own business? Like Hickey's soldier.
Yes, Harry, I certainly thought they would have had the guts to have been gone by this time. Or maybe I did have my doubts. Because I know exactly what you're up against, boys. I know you turn into such a coward that you'll grab at any lousy excuse not to kill your pipe dreams. And yet, as I said over and over again, it's exactly those damn lying tomorrow dreams that keep you from making peace with yourself. So you've got to kill them, like I did mine. Well, come on, boys, get moving. Well, who's going to start the ball rolling? Well, you, Captain, and you, General. You're nearest the door. And besides your old war heroes, you ought to lead this forlorn hope. Well, come on now and show us a little of that old Battle of the Motor River spirit we've heard so much about. You can't hang around here all day looking like you were scared the street outside would bite you.
Right you are, Mr. Nosy Bloody Parker. Time I pushed off.
I was only waiting to say goodbye to you, Harry, old chum.
Goodbye, Captain. Hope you have luck.
I'm bound to, old chap. And the same to you.
By God, you don't lie me, can I can.
Well, next. Come on, Mac. It's a fine summer's day. That's the stuff, Mac.
Goodbye, Harry. Thanks for all your kindness.
That's the way, Willie. Oh, the DA's a busy man, Willie. Can't keep him waiting all day, you know.
Good luck, Willie.
Now it's your turn, Jimmy, old pal. Jimmy. You can't do that to yourself, Jimmy, old pal. One drink on top of your hangover on an empty stomach, you'll be awry-eyed.
Tomorrow? I'll be in good shape tomorrow. All right. I'm going. Take your hands off me. Dirty swine.
All set for an alcohol run. I know how he feels. I know how he feels. I wrote the book. I've seen the day if anybody forced me to face the truth about my pipe dreams, I'd have shot him dead. Well, Governor, Jimmy made the grade. Now it's your turn.
Leave Harry alone. Damn you.
I'd make up my mind about myself if I were you, Larry, and not bother over Harry. He doesn't need anyone's bum pity. Do you, Governor?
No, but geez. Keep your nose out of this, Larry.
I've always been going to take this walk, ain't I? You bums want to keep me locked up in here as if I was in jail. Well, I've stood it long enough. I'll do as I damn please, Bejeez. You keep your nose out too, Hickey. Bejeez should think you was the boss of this dump, not me. What the hell's to be scared of? Sure, I'm all right. Just taking a stroll around my own ward. What's the weather like outside, Rocky?
Fine day, boss.
What's that? I can't hear you. Don't look fine to me. Looks as if it'd pour down cats and dogs any minute. My rheumatism. No, must be my eyes. Half blind, Bejeez. Makes things look black. I see now, it's a fine day. Too damn hot for a walk, though, if you ask me. Yeah? Well, do me good to sweat the booze out of me. But I'll have to watch out for the damned automobiles. Wasn't none of them around the last time. What I've seen through the window, they'd run over you as soon as look at you. Well, so long. Oh, but geez, where are you, Hickey? Sam, we got started.
No, Harry, can't be done. You got to keep a date with yourself alone.
Hell of a guy you are. I thought you'd be willing to help me across the street, seeing I'm half blind. Half deaf, too. I can hear those damn automobiles. Oh, the hell with you. I never need no one's help, and I don't now. I'll take a good long walk now I started. See all my old friends. Geez, they must have given me up for dead. But they know it was grief over Bessie's death that made me. Yeah, the sooner I get started. You know, Hickey, that's what gets me. I can't help thinking. The last time I went out, it was the Bessie's funeral. After she'd gone, I didn't feel life was worth living. I can't feel it's right for me to go, even now, Hickey. It's like I was doing wrong to her memory.
Now, Governor, you can't let yourself get away with that one anymore.
What's that? I can't hear you. Jeez, I remember as clear as day. The last time before it was a fine Sunday morning. We went out to church together.
It's a great act, Governor, but I know better and so do you. You never did want to go to church or any place else with her. She was always on your neck, wanting you to have ambition and go out and do things, when all you wanted to do was to get drunk in peace.
Can't hear a word you're saying. You're a goddamn liar anyway. You son of a bitch. If there was a mad dog out there, I'd go and shake hands with it, rather than stay here with you.
Jeez, he made it. I'd have give you 50 to 1. He'd never... He stopped. I'll bet he's coming back.
Of course he's coming back. By tonight they'll all be here again, you dumbbell. That's the whole point.
No, he ain't neither. He's gone to the curb. He's looking up and down. Scared stiff of automobiles. There ain't more than 2 an hour comes down this street, the old boob.
Bejeez, give me a drink. Quick. Scared me out of the ears, growth. Bejeez, that guy ought to be pinched. Bejeez, it ain't safe to walk in the streets. Give me that bottle. You seen it, didn't you, Rocky?
Seen what?
That automobile, you dumb wop. Fella driving it must be drunk or crazy. He'd have run right over me if I hadn't have jumped. Larry, have a drink. Come on, everybody, have a drink. Have a cigar, Rocky. I know you hardly touch it.
This is one time I do touch it. And I'm gonna get stinko, see? Oh, geez, Harry. I thought you had some guts. I was betting you'd make it and show that 4-flusher up. Automobile hell. Who do you think you're kidding? That was no automobile. You just quit cold.
I guess I ought to know. But geez, it almost killed me.
Now, Governor, don't be foolish. You faced the test and you come through, and you're rid of that nagging dream stuff now. You know you can't believe it anymore.
You saw it, didn't you, Larry? Have a drink. Have another. Have all you want. We'll go in the grand old South together. You saw that automobile, didn't you?
Sure, I saw it, Harry. You had a narrow escape. God, I thought you were a goner.
What the hell are you doing, Larry? Remember what I told you about the wrong kind of pity. Now leave him alone. You think I was trying to harm him, the fool way you act. Why, there isn't anything I wouldn't do for Harry, and he knows it. All I wanted was to fix it so he'd finally be at peace with himself. And if you'll just wait till the flannel returns are in, that's exactly what I've accomplished. Come on, Governor. What's the use of being stubborn, huh, now that it's over and dead? Give up that ghost automobile.
Yeah. What's the use now? It's all a lie. No automobile. But geez, something ran over me. Must have been myself, I guess. Guess I'll sit down. Feel all in. Like a corpse, bitches. Hello, Hugo. Coming up for air. You stay passed out. It's the right dope. There ain't any cool willow trees. Except you grow your own in a bottle.
Hello, Eddie. Stupid proletarian monkey face. I will drink champagne beneath the veil. But the slaves must ice it properly. Goddamn hickey! Peddler pimp for nouveau riche capitalism! When I lead the jackass mob to the second Babylon, I will make them hang him to the first lamppost!
Good work. I'll help pull the rope. Have a drink, Hugo.
No, thank you. I'm too crazy drunk. I hear myself say crazy things. Do not listen, please. Larry will tell you. I've never been so crazy drunk. I must sleep it off. What's the matter, Eddie? You look funny. You look dead. What's happened? I don't know you. Listen. I feel I'm dying too. Because I'm so crazy drunk. It's very necessary that I sleep. I can't sleep here with you. You look dead.
Another one who's begun to enjoy your peace.
Oh, I know it's rough on him right now. Same as it is on Harry. That's just the first shock. I promise you they'll both be all right.
And you believe that? I say you do, you mad fool.
Of course I believe it. I know from my own experience.
And now it's my turn, I suppose. What is it I'm to do to achieve this blessed peace of yours?
Oh, we've discussed all of that, Larry. Just stop lying to yourself.
You think when I say I'm finished with life and tired of watching the stupid greed of the human circus, and I'll welcome closing my eyes in the long sleep of death, you think that's a coward's lie?
Well, what do you think?
I'm afraid to live, am I? And even more afraid to die. I sit here with my pride drowned on the bottom of a bottle, keeping drunk so I won't see myself shaking in my breeches with fright, or hear myself whining and praying, beloved Christ, let me live a little longer at any price. If it's only for a few days more, or a few hours even. Have mercy, Almighty God, and let me still clutch greedily to my yellow heart this sweet treasure, this jewel beyond price, this dirty, stinking bit of withered old flesh, which is my beautiful little life. You think you'll make me admit that to myself?
But you just did admit it, didn't you?
That's the stuff, Vicky. Show that old yellow pinker up. He can't play dead on me like this.
Yes, you're going to have to settle with him, Larry. I'm leaving you entirely in his hands. And he'll do as good a job as I could at making you give up the old grandstand bluff.
Close that big clam of yours, Icky. This is you're a worse gabber than that nagging bitch Bessie was.
Jeez. Did you hear that?
What's wrong with his booze? There's no kick in it.
Jeez, Larry. Hugo had it right. He does look like he croaked.
Oh, don't be a damn fool. He's all right. It's just the first shock. You are all right, aren't you, Harry?
I want to pass out like Hugo.
It's the piece of death you brought him.
It's a lot. Well, you did manage to get a rise out of me that time, didn't you? That's just plain damn foolishness. Look at me, I've been through it. Do I look dead? Just leave Harry alone, give him time. It's just the first shock. He'll be all right. He'll be a new man like I am. How's it coming, Governor? Beginning to feel free, aren't you? Relieved and not guilty anymore?
But you must have been monkeying with the booze, too, you interfering bastard. There's no life in it now. I want to get drunk and pass out.
I'll admit I didn't think it'd hit him so hard. He's always been such a happy-go-lucky slob like I was. Well, it hit me hard, too, but only for a minute. And then I felt as if a ton of guilt had been lifted off my mind. And I saw what had happened was the only possible way for the peace of all concerned.
What was it, Hammond? Tell us that. And don't try to get out of it. I want a straight answer. I think it's something you drove someone else to do.
Someone else?
What did your wife die of? You've kept that a deep secret.
That's not very considerate of you, Larry. But if you insist on knowing now, there's no reason you shouldn't. It was a bullet through the head that killed poor Evelyn.
Who the hell cares? The hell was her and that nagging old hag Bessie.
Christ. You had the right dope, Larry.
You drove your poor wife to suicide. I know it. But God, I don't blame her. I'd almost do the same thing myself to get rid of you. It's what you'd like to drive us all to... I'm sorry, Egg. I'm sorry. A rotten louse to throw that in your face.
Oh, that's all right, Larry. But don't jump to conclusions. I didn't say poor Evelyn committed suicide. That's the last thing she'd have done while I was still alive so she could take care of me and forgive me. No, if you'd known her at all, you'd never have such a crazy suspicion. No, I'm sorry to tell you that my poor wife was killed.
She was murdered?
You're a liar, Larry. You must be crazy to say that to me. You know damn well she's still alive.
Murdered? Who done it?
Shut up, dumb wop. It's none of our damn business. Leave him alone.
Still the old grandstand bluff? Or just some more bum pity? The police don't know who killed her yet, Rocky, but I expect they will before very long. How's it coming, Governor? Getting over the first shock? Beginning to feel free of guilt and lying hopes? And at peace with yourself?
Somebody croaked your Evelyn, eh? But geez, my bets are on the Iceman. But who the hell cares? Let's get drunk and pass out. Bitches, what did you do to the booze, Icky? There's no damn life left in it.
Larry, don't look like that. You gotta believe it. I told you that had nothing to do with her. It was just for a few lousy dollars. Honest.
Don't be a fool. Buy me a drink, but no more wine. It is not properly iced. You goddamn stupid proletarian slaves! Buy me a drink, or I'll have you shot!
Please,
For God's sake! I'm not drunk enough. I cannot sleep. Life is a crazy monkey face. Always there's blood beneath the willow trees. I hate that. I'm afraid. Oh, please. I'm too crazy drunk. I say crazy things. Oh, for God's sake, do not listen to me. Do not listen to me. I'm afraid.
You're beginning to worry me, Governor. Something's holding you up somewhere, but I don't see why. You face the truth about yourself. You've done what you had to do to kill your nagging pipe dreams. Oh, I know it knocks you cold, but only for a minute. And then you'll see it was the only possible way to peace. And you'll feel happy, like I did. That's what worries me about you, Governor. It's time you began to feel happy.